ibyo twiniriyeho makuru bitu AGARIKWOTSYA hano ya Haji NTV bitu tanto twaba tugatandika omburingwa amakuru aga Elizoba gasiba nigetororo mwihangarito ya Uganda ago kugira ngo kumanya ko muzano wakatemba Asia yabasa kuturga ahamisho nikija kuturwa nikijukwa bwanyuma yo muzano wakatembo kuturgaho amakuru gitu ago kubanza Elizoba gasiba gari amashemerwa bwanyuma y'ekibina ekyo kurebera byebigezo echa PLE primary living examinations kushoboza ebizamu by'ekibina cya mushanzu gasiba gari amashemerwa hamwe no kuzaguja ahari yabo abashitamire ebizamu ebi
bwanyuma y'ebivuzo bye cya mushanzu byakoze uwo mwaka gw'2022 kushora eri nyakazo bo mukasheshe abana bakwika emitwaro 9 kashanju 19 nubo bahamiwe kuba nubo bagwire bizamwebe kandi aba bahebwa gwabusha kugira ngo babase kugarukamo umuhendo gw'abagwire bizamaba unobugura biguru mwingi bitu umutindo gwabona bakozere bizamu mwaka ogu gusingira ari yogwe ari ababeji abashitamire bigezevi omwaka gw'2022 guhwire barakushoze bizamwebe aha mukoro gwa State Lodge omurina Kasero omurembo rukuru Kampala urukuru ekitongo cya Uganda National Examination Board ninga UNEB Mr Daniel Odong yarga yagira ngo umuhendo gw'abana bona bakozere bizamwebe n'emitwaro 81 rukumi runana 10 kurga hari yabe mitwaro 83 12 rukaga 54 ababebe handikisa.
Our report on the registration of the candidates, a total of 832,654 candidates from 14,691 centers registered for this examination, compared to 749,761. Of this number, Mama, 583,768 or 70.1% of the candidates that registered for these candidates, coming from 11,306 centers, were from the Universal Primary Education Program. These were the beneficiaries. And only 29.9 or 248,982 were non-UPE. The proportion of the candidates that are benefiting from the Universal Education Program has also increased by about 1.7% over the last year.
Kurga hari yaba babe bashitamire bizamu abana bakwingana emitwari 11 enkumina rukaga 17 bashikiro mu idara ryo kubanza abana emitwara 35 kashanju 99 bashikiro mu idara rya kabiri kandi abandi emitwari 14 kakaga 593 bashikiro mu idara rya kashatu hona abana emitwaro 9 enkumita rushanju babiri bizira mu idara rya kana hona abana emitwaro 9 kashanju 19 nubo bagwire. Ekintu kimanyisa ngo muhendo gw'abana bashikire kweyongerayo kurwo mu rurengo rwa primary nibingana emitwaro 71 enkumina rushanju 9 kurga hari yabo emitwaro 91 rukumi runani 10 abaye bashitamire bizamu. Omukugamba kwe mukuru w'ekitongore cya UNEB Daniel Odongo yagira ngo aba bana emitwaro 9 kashanju 19 ababe batine hibari babase garuka mu cyamushanju kugira ngo bundi bakagaruka bahika nabo yongerayo mishomo yabo nangwa yayongera yagira ngo abana binjo mwako go guhwire bashikire ko yongerayo aharengo rundi kusingo mwako gwabe guhwire ogwe2021.
The candidates' performance has generally improved, as can be seen from the percentages that are scoring distinction and credit grades in the statement. The performance is indicated at distinction 2 and above level, then cumulative performance at credit 6 and above level, and then pass 8 and above, which is the minimum. And we're giving these subject by subject, and we are comparing between the 2 years. English language, we see that 12.2% of our candidates were able to secure or to score at least a distinction 2. This compares to 7.2 in the previous year, meaning that in English, performance at that level drastically improved. We also see at credit level 65.4% cumulatively of the candidates passed, compared to 59.5. Again, at this level, there was marked improvement. The overall pass level is comparable at 87.1 and 87.5%. Social studies showed a decline. At the distinction 2 level, we have 12.1% compared to 14.5, a slight drop. Similarly, at the credit level, we have 73.5 compared to 79.2, also a slight drop. And then overall pass, 88.6 compared to 93.1 the previous year. So we see that in this particular examination, Mama, the social studies performance wasn't as, it was slightly down from the previous year. We notice an improvement in science at the distinction and credit level, and also happily we note a very good improvement in mathematics, where this year the candidates, 6.3% of the candidates are able to score a distinction pass compared to 4.7% the previous examination. At the credit level, 52.7% of the candidates passed cumulatively compared to 47.2%. So we can say, looking at this table, that at the quality pass level, as the chairperson said, that is the credit and the distinction levels, performance have been much better than in the previous year. Overall, we can say the performance was comparable.
Za asimwe kagese ahabwa GNTV agarukosi.
Wewe mnunga umunyamakuru wetu Desire Simwe kandi nutabarusya kandi tukurusya abo bona ababasize kutunga ebigezo byabo kurungi omubuteka umuganda agarukoshaniza naga umubigezo ibintu byo bumwe abana bo gushiki bizire kutera hansi abana babasigazi nugo mashimerwa gutwasiba nturebera izoba.
The First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, it is my great pleasure and privilege to present the 2022 Primary Living Examinations PLE for release to the nation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wanyuma y'ebizamu by'ecyamushanju kushora mu kasheshekeri izoba abakuru abaryabukiko by'obwegese omu ihanga marge no kusima omutindo gw'abeje b'2022 batireho omukora ebizamu ebi nibagira ngu nobo harabe hamwe ebizibu bitari bimwe na bimwe nka ekirwire kya Ebola ekyabarikira mu district ya Mubende nangwa na Kasanda nangwa n'abandi abeji kuremwa kutambura kuhika hibara akora ebizamu batebero n'ababiri na bashatu ababire bari mu district ya Kakumero aho headmaster yaremerwe kubatwara hibara akora ekizamu cya benshi banza ecyo kubara bitu bwanyuma bakija bahebwe kindi ebyo bizibu byona no birabe byabireho obabemba kora ebizamu bitu abebye bushoborozo mu byo bwegese nibagira ngu omutindo gwasize kweyongeraho kusinga yabo abakozere bigezo no byo bimwe omwaka gw'2021.
Although the COVID-19 pandemic situation appeared to have eased compared to what obtained in 2021, the board faced another challenge, which was occasioned by the outbreak of Ebola in some parts of the country during 2022, most prominently in Kasanda and Mbende districts, and Kampala city. The inevitable restrictions which were placed on movements of persons impacted on the movements of examination officials in the affected areas. The board worked closely with the police, Ministry of Health, the district and KCCA leaders and health officials on the ground to ensure smooth conduct of the examination. The board wishes to express sincere appreciation to UNICEF for providing minibuses, 40 minibuses, which were used to transport candidates and examination officials to the examination centers. We are grateful to God that no COVID-19 or Ebola case or fatality was reported at any examination center countrywide. The board also had to deal with a unique situation in Kakumiro district, where a director of a private school neglected to transport candidates from his school to the examination center. The candidates missed the first paper, which was mathematics, but after wide consultations, the board took the exceptional step to administer another examination paper to the 23 affected pupils. Honorable Minister, the number of candidates registered under the Universal Primary Education Program has gone up significantly by 70,683 candidates, which constitutes 13.8%. It should be noted, however, that the funding given to UNEB for the UPE candidates has remained static for the last 5 years. This impacts negatively on the budget and the body's ability to effectively deliver on its mandate. The number of special needs candidates requiring physical assistance went up quite drastically, according to our records. The board will require additional funding to provide for these, as each one of them requires a specialist in sign language, for instance, or a transcriber, or an amanuensis to assist them to cope. Details on candidates' performance are contained in the release statement, which the Executive Director will present. We are pleased to inform the country that there was better quality performance by the candidates in terms of grades. The board is grateful to the security agencies which have worked with UNEB to secure the examination.
We do not take this achievement for granted. Mama, your visionary leadership and strategic directives at the Ministry of Education and Sports has made it possible for us to work hard as a team and to see the results that we are releasing today. Similarly, Mama, you have built the Ministry of Education and Sports on a rocky foundation, a strong, solid foundation based on Christian values and integrity, team spirit, commitment, transparency, and accountability in all that we do. Much as there are challenges and shortcomings, where there is the will, there is the way. By the grace of God, we will always overcome those challenges.
Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni yargari yasima Ministry y'Ebyobwegese arakugira ngo nube barifiteka hamane obuyihanga ryagarwa mu kirwire cya kabiri cya Ebola bakabasa kubateraho ingenderwaho izbarase kugenderaho kugira ngo ubundi bakore bizamwebe kandi bibakozera mu businge.
Furthermore, My sincere appreciation goes to the security and field personnel, district local governments, and all the stakeholders that tirelessly serve our nation by supporting the PLE examination and the rollout, the execution of the examination and the rollout. They achieved this during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, and they have done it again. So we can only say thank you. This year, the candidates' performance has generally improved, as is evidenced in higher percentages of scores with distinction and credit grades. In particular, the English language examination registered significant improvement in performance at the distinction and credit levels. Likewise, there is an increase in performance in mathematics at the distinction and credit pass levels compared to the previous year. Hence, in terms of numbers, many more children passed the 2022 PLE compared to the previous year. And for that we thank God.
Za asimwe kagese ahabwa GNTV agarukotse.
Bare umunyamakuru witu Desire Kagese ahabo kuturetera amakuru ago twagumiza mu makuru agandi abanyishengerera izoba barugayo kushambure bwambo bya mukuru wihanga ubwarigireyo ari kugamba ahaco burwenguzi ari kugira ngo burwenguzi eshaha yona nuburara bwagwa hansi bwanyuma yo kukwatanisa abanyishengerero nubagira ngo eki kimwebe ahabo kuba kibirenke cyeshongoro katurebe mbozejo.
Bwanyuma ya President Museveni kurugaya kagira ngo ecyakuza kutekaho umutwe no kuranga barwanisa abo kuri nguzi ninga saba kuri sente zo kuyamba abantu yayereka ngo we naza kwihayo kuranga yarwanisa obushumanguzo. President arishinga ubushumanguzo bwoburekeye Uganda okubeta kugenda kuzo mission akweyongerayo konka yahamya abanya-Uganda ari kubagira ngo we bahiza kwaho umuntu w'abafuna baguma murete na bwino arebekera abakore. Erizoba twasiba tukugambaho hamwe n'abanyishengero abargaye kushobora hansongeji bo kugira ngo president byagambire nibyayize nagamba burijo ubutwa tugambaho no munyishengero ari kumanyanka Kamara ugakuzokira Kabare municipality yaje ngo President Museveni azena agamba ariye bintu konkana ukanyini no mushumankuzi. Kamara je no misha kusoba kutujya ngo President Museveni ko kurebera abantu binja bamuretire abuguriya sente z'abantu obuni nazihorereza agambana no bundi aja ngo barga abantu beye bakoraje
konka waza kwijukaje President Museveni mwana baga bari mu Kishaka za mu Rwanda shirani biro bakandika 10 point program harimo za demokrasi hari menshi kuko karimo n'icyo kurya inguzi cyo kurya inguzi corruption kabiri point ya man yo kugira ngo baza kurwana ise nguzi ba mu government so nangwa abindi bigatagashana mu kombo gatanga inguzi bagatanga kukikambo kubona kirane biba cyane no mu Kishaka kandi n'ikimwe kintu kibara tugamira ngo bazo mu Kishaka kurwana ise nguzi konka kokora reba baragira ngo Uganda hati sete ziragenderera mu kurya nguzi zirayika trillion na sete nyingi murongo trillion ni billion ni miliyoni 10 rero trillion ni billion 10 so bararya trillion 10 abanya-Uganda ziragendera mu kurya nguzi mu mwaka rero waza kubaramo imyaka 3 nango ubundi ise zikatakazikiza ku imyaka 3 bakubaramo nango ukajya ngo ubarire trillion 2 kusha buri mwaka zino sete nyingi munonga zikakozera amashomero zikakozera amarwariro zikandira abantu bayita waza kwetegereza ukareba abantu barakwasira mu corruption mu Uganda akari mu kabaji mu wenzi harimo abandi bantu harimo abantu aba minister bamwe abo batiri mu port kugira ngo barire nguzi abo bantu kuba binjira mu parliament ngo barire nguzi President Museveni yabagarura mu cabinet therefore hariho no bwana arachigambamo aramanyango harimo inguzi
kandi kugenda misho tukugambaho no mwishingira kushikira abantu barukiga we yagenda misha kusobora akutugira ngo ebe bintu byona ekuriya gambaho president nakimanya ngo yana ndakurwanise nguzi nabasa kuchikora kugira ngo ubusobozi bwona butibwine na n'ibintu byona bitireho yagenda misha kushobora kugira ngo ibintu byone bakwasireho neba kwizamba gambaho wenka wari kusitama kachiko kakosase ubundi byanga kugambaho kiretaho okugira abantu okugira ngo tukora konko bwiro bwingi okurwanisa enguziyaniza ko mu Uganda kikire kwatwa hobo
haro institutions zinyezi president atireho kugira ngo zirwanise nguzi konka icyo gusasi zo institutions kandi nazo zirarye nguzi so n'ikintu kigumire munonga okukwata abararye nguzi aho kuba abarahenguzi nabo ari mu nshobe abararye nguzi nabo bari mu nshobe so bakona ivinga bakitanguye kubakwata konka kikabire kirungi kugira ngo abantu abararye nguzi bakwatwe hakuba okurye nguzi kurashisha ibintu byingi kuratuma service ziri baretabaho kuratuma amarwari yamebazi yaura kuratuma enkuto zafa so nka parliament na executive na judiciary tine kutaho amani mingi kugira ngo buri bwenguzi bwa cyendera akwitonga kosasi turatunga report uruga wa auditor general ubundi auditor general hagire ibintu byatahandika tukabikwata so we are not investigators turakora inquiries kureba ibi auditor general handikire so mwarashanga harimo ibintu byinje bibuzire mu konga kugira ngo aratabihandikira mu report tiwo bikuratirira konke cyindareba echamani munonga no kuranga ngo buri munyarwanda we nahari yata umutima kugira ngo avoiding narishi aleke kwa enguzi kandi nabaragitunga nabo bareke kugitwara kugira ngo abantu bitu tubahe obuhereza burungi tikintu cyanguhi buri hamwe ho na konka wazo mahanga gandi enguzi ariho ibibonerezo by'amani munora kugira ngo bashangura ari enguzi ikibonerezo cy'akigiye cy'amani so cyo kiratuma abantu batina kurya enguzi konka hano yo mutaramenya ati nari enguzi bankwata maybe bantu muchome na muri myaka 5 nagaruka nakwata billion zanje 10 nazigaruka na so punishment yo kurya enguzi hano ya nashe ibibonerezo tibihango munanga byo kuzera abantu kurya enguzi
Tunga umunyamakuru witu aha parliament ahabwa amakurago utwikirize tubanze tuzeho kaceyo mukahumuro tugaruka n'amakuru bwita AGARIKWOTSYA icweka icya kabiri iwe cyukuru utakaraga GNTV
This is GNTV, releasing life.
Ekiroto cha buli muzire wena no kuhereza umwana weto kukireyo burungi yikiriza nkwanjurira amashomero ga Midland Parents Boarding Secondary Schools agegurira izina omukubangura bejo mugenge bwenzarwa hamwe no kubahereza obukugo bwo kwikiriza biroto byabe byanyesakari amashomero agagari yamusinje gwoburokore bwenyini twine campus ibiri emwerika woto muri Kajyansi hamwe na Karagarampigi haruguto rwa Kampala nibakira bojo hamwe nabishiki kandi ni boarding yonka ebyo kwerinda ishomereri nebyo murembe buzima nibashomesa arts hamwe na sciences kandi biyandikise na ministry y'ubwegese hamwe n'imyemizano bine na center number tukwetenga shopping abwo kube bitabo obucomo uniform nangwa n'entambire iri ku isyo mwana wawe yishomero byona nibo bikwera busha eco kwetenga ni admission form y'emitwaro 5 kandi school fees n'emitwaro 9 na mwenda zonka bakwigurireho office muri Mbarara aha Ikla building ali Victor Bwana Road aha mwarara gwa kabiri room F21 okumanya bekukiraho no basa kubatereza mu yaziro mushanju na munana makumyana 02 ninga gamba na director wenyini asimo yaziro mushanju tanina abiri na mushanju abiri ni 3 9 na munana
Aba Christ Heart Ministries ni bakwisiho program
The Encounter
hamwe na
Bishop Isaiah Mbuga If you claim to be born again, the life of God must be inside of you. And part of the life of God is an attraction to go look for the full part of God. If God doesn't heal me, I can still do an operation. And then the gynecologist tells you, your womb has no capacity to carry. That's when people wake up and they want to pray. I would rather you pray now as though you have no option. So that anytime you're confronted with anything, you have the ability to withstand it by prayer.
Program The Encounter buri Sunday kurugasha igomye network kwisya shahemwe.
No yendi itendekero ry'emukonero kusinga yemukutendeka itendekero nerumwe ryonka Mbarara Institute for Social Development MCD yatandikira ku Rwanda 96 kandi handikisiwe na Ministry y'Obwegese nemanyisa abazire nabeje abamazire P7 senior 4 senior 6 hamwe no kuciraho kubine emyanyo mukosi zitarizwe na zimwe nka secretarial, accounting, business management, journalism, hotel and institutional catering, tourism, social work, public administration, library information science, records and information management, ICT, public health, early childhood development, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, animal production and management, crop production, fashion and design, garage and workshop, building and construction, electrical installation, agriculture production, hamwe na short courses nka ICT, kukare, tour guiding, radio presentation, kandi no kubazire bitenge ahabwa diploma kandi hamwe na certificate okoyandikisa nokugumza muhambuga nkuru zishomereri hezuru kushangwa muruti Mbarara kumanye bukiraho terra principal hari 058 shanju na mwenda 33 ninga shogambe na office hari 0392 chenana nemwe chenda nemwe ningo gambe no mwa mtu wanje John director hari 0 38 leto mwana wawe atungo kugukurga ahitende cheredi nyensya utariyefuza.
This is GNTV, releasing life.
Barukayo omukahumuro nakwakira umukiyoka cya kabiri cy'amakuru AGARIKWOTSYA aha GNTV. Twatandika embozi ya telehesita yo yatandikire kuhinda umwihangaritu ya Uganda ekiro cya telehesita ndikibaho ebiro mukaga byokwezi kwa kabiri buri mwaka. Ihe rya Uganda nurbandiye niriyezunisa ekirecho kwenda kweshemeza katurebe embozi ejo.
Wakaburi wa Uganda na amiri jeshi mkuu bali mbele yako
Bwanyuma y'ihanga kushaguzo kuzahugwa National Resistance Movement kwa murundi gwa 37 nyomwazo amahegi ihanga ga UPDF nago bwahati gatandikaho enciko mu bicweka bingi bw'ihanga zo kutebekanisa omukoro gwo kushaguza kiro cyabo cya tarehe 6 ebiro mukaga byo kwa kabiri 2022 omucayi kaceka omururembo ogwambarara kurugira hari kujwekera mukuru w'ihanga mu district stage imekatera tujyabajenyi kutandikera izoba abantu b'emiringo mingi obalire mu nkabebembezi b'amahe ba chairman ba district hamwe n'abari kujwekera mukuru w'ihanga ba district gono mu ihanga nabo kubugana kuganira kugira ngo mukorogu gwashemera.
Niho program iri negendo mizi ata yindi kugambira izoba bakoraho a national launch Elizoba Erumbuya ame headquarters iyi atendingwa ba RDCs bono mu ihanga na chairpersons LC5 and army officers regional national launch then nyencha kare ntaza kubaho ibakweta regional launch neza kuba mu district ya Kazo kandi iyo regional launch neza kuba ne atendingwa southwestern region yona. Then Sunday ntaza kubaho district launch ituza ku launch ingira district headquarters Brisbane nka district konka mu program ezo ino program yeminyeto okurwo rwo kubanza erize kuba eri mu orientation 1 week orientation kandi nibiza kuba bari Arambara high school nibiza kuba bari mu kushomesebwa mindset change awareness creation and everything bamare Sunday yona.
Omukoro gwa tarehe 6 ni gutekatekwa kuhikaho mukuru w'ihanga General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kandi ogwari wari kudumira amahegi ihanga obwahati
kan national celebration zakuba kacheka stadium hano ya kandi his excellency the president no warabe ari umujenyi mukuru
omukwetebeka n'isoko kwihokwezo kuhwire amaho muri Mbarara gatwire gari gukora ibintu bingi obwe gari kuyamba abantu ba bulijo omukombe k'amashomero amagwariro hamwe n'ebindi bingi
amahe omuri ebibiro byona for the last 1 month omu district zitu ya Ntunga ya Isinjiro Mbarara and other surrounding districts habirarmu activities z'amahe yagizwe nzikora. For example Mbarara district baturenovate injire irwaro eryabwizwera health center for ibakweta OPD y'abarwire bakushikira eryona barukozere then bagaraka ibiyumbe kishomero Russia 2 classroom and 1 office block at the primary school zit Kariro ya Muslim school iryo bariyona bari marira kandi tuzakugiraho umusande yakutandika ukora cleaning amahene giza kubana giza cleaning gizibwera town council Rutoma town council and Nyabisirira town council bakora cleaning. So ezo nizo activities ezirabenzi gendo misho kandi byaba mahe bariyona bakora ubwe bakugezaho promotinga civil military relationship abo ko bano manyamahigi ga NRA ga government naga pro people ga kargumbantu so tugakwenda ngugagarke gargumbantu ahubwo kuba ebiro mukaga February ikituriyo turwizukira nubwe amahe gasharamo kuri baratinga Uganda bakatandika ko attacking akabamba barracks that time kandi rutaro rukamara imyaka 5 so runako runduguma rwijukwa so hato kwijuka ko rutanakorwe amahegenzere mu ngizusi y'abanya Uganda ku amahanga gagaragire mu bantu baburiju nico urukurebera ebintu byone bakora nibayamba abantu baburiju kandi babarebe ngo n'abantu babo babakorera bibagasha bitumeja ninsima Remijuma kandi ogwari wo mugambirizi w'amahega makenko muri Mbarara yashobora ngo kwiha amahegi hangaga National Resistance amega kwato bwebembeza omuri 1996 gatwire gari kujaguza tarehe 6 mu bicweka binji bihanga kwisobwa hati ubagarukiro muri burenje gwizoba tuzaguza ihanga ryona tuzaguza ikiro kitu cy'amahe cya taresita hano yakaceka muri Mbarara City kandi emikoro yona yihangana heraberi bitogwe twaba tuzaguza ikireki ebiro mukaga yo kwa kabiri kitweta ngo taresita tukizaguza umwaka ntuba celebrating kandi celebratingira mu region history umwaka wo celebrate njo mu region yito yankore kandi umwaka guhire tukanturuga Sebei region ubundo gwe guhire kero butareja so celebrating ekirecho umwatwaro mu region ikiro kitu cyamahe ntubana twizuka urunaku orutwatandika urutaro rwitu ningashi ubutwatongoza ukurwana kwitu kw'amahegi tuga UPDF agarigiro mu NRA ubugatandika kurwanisa ubutegeco bibi umurice ebiro mukaga by'ukwezi kwa kabiri 8 bakatandikira kabamba ubwo batera isasi yo kubanza aha kugira ngo kirecho bakabasa mission yabo ikaba successful babasa okugumiza muno muramwa gwabo bakwata government kandi babasa kutereza ebyabire bigenderwa byabo kumekinga sho kurengo habaho businge habaho development mu ihanga umuntu yabasa kore cyarkwenda umuntu yabasa kweyagara kamfatirale ahabwa Gen TV agarikose
Mnonga kamfatirale kandi aherya Uganda katuriyendezo kutebekanisa je ekirecho ekebiro mukaga byokwezi kwa kabiri omwakogu ahachayi kacheka abakatareka owino nibacwishe vitamino bagumize ngu abarukwe bembera kataraka nibongera kubaturgunya nkentura zo mizi bashaba bebembezi babo kubiturwa esasi ombwire nkobu
enaku nangwa na marra tega kwa mukatareka sente bari kudembe akubinji mukweta owino omuri Kampala izo bari anyuma abazyo abashubuzo mukataraka abakuziro myaka batire ntama hanse nangwa no kwesharinga batire no kwetombwita bari kujangwa abakuru omukataraka bongire kubatwara ho buju bwabo aho kujangwa bakuziro myaka tubakinege yamba abashubuza bamwe no bagera ngo akataraka no bakatancire kandi bakateka amana gabo konka bitu ikiciro mbakuraba tubakwenda kubamanya bomba taraburucumwe
bayingirane mukuru kayongo natuyolanga amazi ndakayina kuri nyamo wino twari kajja kuno na kikubi netuyingira mu nkulakulana netuvera bulungi tukolanga netuyina byabufuzi mu katale nyumba kange idi wa Kampala ye yakatwala akalala meja kupesa
aba bayongera bagira ngo abe byo kwerinda nangwa n'abakuru bo mukataraka nubongire kubateganisa nangwa no kubamara hemerembe kandi nibija gukora buri kimwe kikubasika kugira ngo ubundi bakagarura ibyabo bite no bukira bishikire kityo binji batungira obufuta omukweje hari ngo
bakafirwa abachala bana bakade bamyaka nsamusa ngabo n'abababutake byabo tukusaba mutuyambe bagane tukubya migo byatiralu
bamala kola endagaano nekesisi n'abasuubuzi bano ekisajja ekikulu atengera emateeka nti omuzimba wamu
ebyona babigambira olukure kitebe kya NRM omucyange ekyo obwabira batayayiseho omurjiko olwabira yesere ahishomero rumwe Eliana Kivu Blues kandi aba becyo butashemerera babo nangwa bagumizemu batandika kweyara mu itaka okuboroga no kucura bakwekuringa bakwere ko butashemerera bwabo
abana bange bonna bafa abana bafa nze omunyarogo
kurjiraha chamanu w'ekitebe kya NRM omucyange ekyo Hajat Hadija na myalo yarga yajumirira byo kwerinda bimuze gubaresere kugira ngo nibesigwa abaciye mu rubo abako bahereza sente kandi babasa kuturugunya abantu kubatwara hebyabo kugira ngo ekyo nje kijumise government ya NRM kandi yo government ekinekere kumanya
kimpisa bubi okulaba nti febe balonda okukulembera ate tukkiriza okukozesebwa abantu abalala ki tuwulirizaako sayidi emu kubeera nti obutabanguko buli within buleetebwa abantu bebawadde ku buyinza abafuna sente z'omusolo kubanga abawino basasula omusolo omuntu n'agibwako omusolo ate n'omutulugunya n'omujjako nekyataddemu sente okuwa omusolo
Hajati ayongire yashaba abantu bona bino kwetombwitwa kwabo ngo babase kuteka ombahandike kandi batu babimuretera office zeye kandi naje kubayamba abatwara wa mukuru w'ihanga abunda kata mu mshongezi abasa no kubayamba
nani yagitwala nani agisolozaamu mutekewo n'amasimu gammwe nze ntwala obukakafu wa president mulabe watabadde
ebyone hibyizira nangwa nebyenkiko bitakabiroho habe haro kwetombwita kwa manu